So am I on the camera? And then we need to like this. Oh, no, you know what? We don't. No, we're gonna blank that because it's better. Our stream. Okay, cool. Great. Are we on? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi. I'm Dr. Weaver. I am the director of the Information Challenge Initiative. It's the group that hosts the Information Challenge in the spring for college students and the summer camps. So I am very happy to be here. I'm very happy you all are here. And campers, you made it. Woohoo! You made it through a week. And parents, you made it to campus and fought all the construction. Thank you so much for bringing your kids. We really appreciate it. Sorry, last week I apologized for the confusion in the construction, but you guys really took, the prize today with Sammy having to call you and say, guess what? We have a new route for you this morning on the last day. So thank you all so much for all of your patience. It will be worth it in, 3 years. When are they supposed to be done? I don't know, anyway. But we are so excited that you're here. This is our 3rd year of hosting camp. The first year was fully virtual. Last year we had 1 in-person and 1 virtual, and this year we had 2 in-person and 1 virtual. We're growing and we love it. So anyway, I am so happy to have you all here. The showcase was really fun. It was great to see everything. And I am going to turn this over to Pam Duffy. She is one of our faculty members, and the iSchool loved by all of the students, so you might want to kind of check in with her and see what she teaches. And she has a lot of industry experience, really cool things. And I have to tell you a secret, she's one of my best friends from many years back. I was the one that roped her in. I talked her into teaching 1 class, and she said, I really like this, how can I do more? And I said, we got a deal for you. So if anybody has any questions about how easy it is to get addicted to the iSchool, Pam is evidence. All right, so Pam Duffy.
So Kathy's right. She's responsible for me being a lecturer in the iSchool, and indirectly probably responsible for the fact that I am now the faculty director of the undergraduate Bachelor of Science in Information Science program. And we now have 3 undergraduate programs: Information Science, Technical and Information Design, and Social Data Science. So our undergraduate population is growing. At the end of every semester, we turn off the lights with a certain number of students, and we turn them back on in the next semester, and we've got more students than we had when we flipped in the spring. So, and that's going to be the case this fall. But I'm really excited to be here with you today. I've heard fabulous things about what you've been doing this week, and the ideas and the concepts and the solutions you've been coming up with. So in addition to being here to say congratulations today, here's my plug. Come back and see us. UMD, the iSchool, is a fantastic place to be. I also want to thank Sammy, who has managed all of this summer, and Kathy again, both for creating Info Challenge and creating the camps, but also for convincing me to come be a part of the faculty. Now, the best part of what I get to say up here today is that I get to introduce today's MC, Dr. Tammy Clegg. And Tammy is an associate professor and program director of one of those undergraduate majors I mentioned, Technology and Information Design. Tammy's research focuses on how to make technology and information more available to more people, and specifically to children and young adults. She works with athletes, she works with small children in getting and understanding information literacy and making it more possible, and by doing that, empowering those people. So one of the things you probably heard all week is the College of Information Studies, information technology is all about empowering people to understand information in their world. And I suspect that's part of what some of your solutions have been this week. So I want to welcome Tammy and thank her for being here as MC. Let's find out the results, shall we? Take care.
All right. Thank you so much, Pam, for that awesome introduction. Anybody, if you ever need Pam, if you ever need someone to talk about you and get you excited about yourself, you should ask Pam to come share about you. But so welcome everyone. We're so excited to have you here on campus. As you see, we, like everyone has said, we're under lots of major construction, but we're so happy to have you guys. And we are excited, right, that we have come to a very important time of the camp. So whenever I do this, there's one very important order of business that we must take care of before we can get to any awards. Y'all ready? Ready? Okay. All right. So we have to practice our drum roll. Okay. So I am going to say drum roll, and then I need everybody to beat as hard as you can because we need to hear some excitement about these awards. All right. So 1, 2, 3, drum roll. I love it. So we have 3 prizes today. And so I'm going to announce what the category is, okay? And then we're gonna have our infamous drum roll, and then I'm gonna announce the winners, and then I would like for the winners to come up and receive your awards and have a little bit of conversation with me, all right? Okay, all right, what do we have first, Miss Sammy? Okay. All right, okay, so first up, we have best presentation. All right, let's do our drum roll, please. Team 1, come on up. Come on up, Team 1. Now, okay, does the microphone work? Can you do my microphone? Hello? Yes. All right, so we're gonna hand it to the team. Okay, so Team 1, you guys won for best presentation. So can you give us some tips for how do we compel our audiences with our work?
Well, I mean, I don't really know what to say.
It just comes naturally.
We just had a clean presentation throughout. That's all I gotta say.
Clean presentation. Okay.
So honest advice is stick to a specific theme and make the theme something related to your project. So we did like algae, so we had the cool algae theme throughout the whole thing. Keep the same font, keep it consistent.
I love that. So it's the visuals. You make it come alive with the visuals.
Yeah, and don't like write too much in each slide.
Bro, that's y'all. Write that down. Don't write too much because it's hard for us to read and listen at the same time, right? Okay. All right. And did you think of anything else for clean? What is okay, just keep it clean, everybody. Keep it clean. All right. And tell us your names.
My name is Zoji.
I'm Victor.
Victor. Okay. Let's give Zoji and Victor one more hand. And here and you also get a prize. You get some Maryland decals. You can go wear it. So when you come back to campus as undergraduates, you have your decals already. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So category number 2. Okay. So category number 2 is for best analysis. Now, what I've been told about this award is that it's actually really important for researchers, right? Because this one is about like who had a really clear hypothesis, and then you designed your study really carefully to answer your hypothesis, or to answer the question that you had about your hypothesis. Okay, so this is something that's really, really, really important to us researchers out there. All right, so let's get our drum roll ready for the best analysis in the room. Team two, come on down. Come on down. You have the best. You have won the award for best analysis. So come on down. And now, can you tell us what was your question or your hypothesis? Oh wait, first tell us your names this time. Okay. Mo.
Ryan.
Okay. All right. And tell us about your study.
So we were analyzing rat populations in New York City, and our initial hypothesis was that rising temperatures due to climate change in the winter specifically would cause an increase in rat population. And we found that it was part of the story, but it wasn't. There are more complicated factors involved, and we tried to analyze every part of the story and find out why our data what it was.
Okay. So I have a question for you then. So a lot of times did you want to add before? Okay, so maybe you get. Okay, so in the research world, I don't know if this happens to you, but this happens to myself and my collaborators all the time, right? You have this perfect plan, and you're so excited about your perfect plan, and then you put your foot on the ground to do the first thing, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't working the way I thought it was, and you got to kind of change some things. So was there anything that you encountered that, sort of maybe, threw you for a challenge, or sort of had to get that made you have to sort of reroute your plan?
I mean,
Hold the mic, Mo.
I don't think we really had a challenge, but coming up with our topic was really hard because we kept on coming back and forth while picking a challenge. We first started with kissing bugs, and that didn't work out, so we chose to do mouse. We agreed on it. Then we just started doing research, and we saw that the research for the mouses in New York was gonna work out, and we just worked and did research, and then that's how we came up with it.
Okay, all right. So yours was on the challenge was on the front end, right? Like, what are we gonna study and figure
Yeah.
that out?
It was
You get the mic?
everywhere as well, though.
Okay.
When we started the research aspect of it, we were looking at the rat population, and clearly there was a huge increase. And we were like, okay, yeah, but the climate isn't changing because it's New York City. The temperature data wasn't what we expected it to be, and we worked around that and tried to figure out why that was what it was, and look at the reasoning and the logic behind it.
Yeah. So this team has shown us, right, that there's a lot of uncertainty in research, and you always sort of have to stay on your toes and change your game plan, right, according to it, even when you're picking your problem. So let's give them another hand for sticking through it and handling it like pros. All right. So last but not least, we have best overall, okay? So this is best across all the categories. Let's have our very last drum roll. All right, and the prize goes to team 3. Come on down. All right. Okay, and then do it, the certificates. Oh, she has, okay, all right, okay. All right, so tell us your names.
I'm Carson.
I'm Tarini.
Mohammed.
Okay. All right. So hi guys. So you guys seem like you had an effective overall process. Can you tell me a little bit about how you work together as a team to sort of really have an effective project throughout the time? What are some things that we can take away about working effectively in a team collaborating?
Okay, so the first thing that, excuse me. The biggest thing I took away from this was patience. Having patience with one another. Because it's a group project, you can't control everything. You have to step back when you need to know step back, like let others get a turn in terms of like incorporating like what they think to do. So what this taught me was that I need to be patient with one another. I need to be patient with in our group. And yeah, that's what.
Wow. Wow, that's good.
I mean, sure. I mean,
Yeah, we want you to come can you give a guest lecture in our classes?
I can talk for a good 2 minutes.
They'll like that. They'll like that time. Right?
yeah, so I think one of the things that really helped us with our group is that we're also like, it's only been a week, but we were like really kind of close. Like we've had a really good like bonding experience, and that's kind of like played into like the stuff that we do in our research. I also I think something that I've learned is like I like in school my public speaking isn't that not very good. So this has taught me like a lot about that.
Good. Yeah, you're rocking it right now.
Any comments? I guess you can say like when it comes to like your team, you don't want to really expect a lot from them, but you also want not like that, not in a bad way, but like you don't want to like push them to do more than they have to do. Like you want to share the experience with them. You don't want to just do more of yourself or let them do more of it. You sort of want to share it because it's kind of a memories. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Wow, that's really good. Let's give wow. Wow. Okay, so it sounds like you guys did a really good job of sort of tempering your expectations, right? Expecting a lot out of everyone, but making sure that you also yielded to the process, right? And knowing that like, there's other people who need to contribute and make sure you balance that. But also I love what you were saying too about, you had a bonding experience, and a lot of times working on these projects can be a bonding experience. And so I'm sure all the other groups probably you guys also experience right now that you feel like you have closer friendships and things like that as you work together on a complex problem. So thank you guys for inspiring us. We will be looking forward to having you back in our classes next fall to come guest lecture. All of you actually. So let's give them a round of applause and get your certificates and your prizes. Okay. All right, and as they're getting their certificates, we'll just put in one last plug for our undergraduate programs that we want to encourage you guys to, if you really enjoyed this project and the content that you're working on, but also the process of doing the projects together and working collaboratively, our 3 majors would be great for you guys to consider and to look into. So with that, I will hand it back over to Kathy Weaver.
I just want to take 1 second. I'm going to turn it over to Sammy to close the whole week. Can you believe it's been a week? But I just wanted to let you all know how important Sammy has been to the camps. So a few years ago, like I said, when we were doing only the virtual, Donald Heidenblad and I were running the virtual camp at the time. And then last year, when we brought in the in-person, we needed help. So we brought Sammy in, and she figured out how to work with the university and the state and get all the approvals. And it was just really amazing that she was doing all this for us and for you. So any of the rest of us could have fallen off the cliff and you all would still be here. But if Sammy fell off the cliff, you guys wouldn't be here. So one of the things that she had to figure out with this binder that gets approved by the university and by the state, so you all can be here, the interns can be here, and if we printed it out, it would probably be about this thick, and she figured out all the ins and outs of it. So please give Sammy a huge thank you. And I'm gonna turn it over to her.
So I'm going to be quick because I know you all want to go home now, right? I was like, yes. So I need to say thank you to all of the parents here for letting us borrow your children this week. They are amazing, and I am grateful. They have been fabulous. To my interns, because the wheels would have fallen off the bus and we would have gone off a cliff without them. So Max, Tasfia, Celine, Chiara, and Fatma. They are amazing, and they worked their tushes off all year long. I need to thank Kathy and Donald for giving me the chance to do this. And the unsung hero from last summer is Carol Boston, because otherwise, yeah. And she has shown up the last 2 weeks whenever I needed someone to be the extra person that I can go, please do this. And last summer wouldn't have happened without Carol either. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for giving us the chance to do this and learn more. This is what I love to do. So thank you for letting me borrow your kids and play with data for a week with them. So thank you guys, and thank you all. Campers, you have a selection of lovely UMD merch that is your prize. So please come up before you leave and select something. And they bum rush the stage. So nobody got tackled. I'm going to call that good. And a round of applause for them. They worked really hard this week. Thank you all.
Yeah.